After a super successful Season 1 at Manchester City, including a Premier League in which we saw Erling Haaland be marked the Player of the Season, as well as a second trophy, the Champions League, which saw Erling Haaland named the Man of the Match. There that is. It's time to find out the fate of this Manchester City team and see, in Season 2, are we going to have the team that we have built, or are we going to have to rebuild this team and do something absolutely insane? Oh gosh, there's the email from the board, guys, and it is terrible. Oh my god, it's terrible. Just terrible news. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I cannot believe what I just read. Let me just tell you guys, Season 2 is not going to be the season that we thought it was. What we have discovered is that Manchester City have been found guilty of 60 out of their 115 charges, and the implications on the Premier League season for them, well, they're massive, because what happened was we have to pay back all of the money to the Premier League in fines that we have been given. Now, that wouldn't be a problem with our ownership group, but the problem is that the Premier League said that it has to be generated through player sales, which means that we have to make back like a lot of money. And because we have been found guilty of contract-related issues like compensation and flubbing our money issues, everybody that we have bought between 2015 and 2018, they have to go. So that means that players like Ederson are gone. Let me just show you exactly who we're about to lose out of the side. We are about to lose some of our best players just automatically. So that means Ederson, he's gone. De Bruyne, he's gone. Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, John Stones, basically anybody who's had any sort of longevity in the team, they've got to go. Kyle Walker's retiring, so, well, we can solve that problem really easily. Kyle Walker's the first one to leave. He's just been released by the club. And the rest of them, well, they have to be sold, and given all of that profit has to go to the Premier League, and only then will we know how much more we owe them. So that could still mean that players like Erling Haaland, Rodri, Foden might have to go as well. Ruben Diaz, we still don't know about their fate. They don't have to be sold just yet, but we're probably gonna have to get rid of a couple more players. That's the unfortunate part. So with all of that said, guys, welcome to episode 8, which is season 2 of the Manchester City Career Mode, here with me, Mental Hog. If you guys are looking forward to whatever debauchery is about to happen this year, smash the like button down below, subscribe if you're new around here, which about 75% of you aren't, so help me get to 5,000 subscribers there, guys, and in the comment section, tell me what you think of this situation. Do you think something like this might happen to Manchester City in real life? Will they be found guilty of all their charges, some of their charges? Like I said here, we got found guilty of about 60 of them, or do you think they're going to get relegated, points deductions, big fines? I don't know. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff like this in the coming weeks here at City. Kevin De Bruyne is the first one to go, our captain. He is gone, guys. The worst part is you'll never believe where he's going. Kevin De Bruyne is back at Chelsea, 56.6 million. Oh, man, that is really bad. Ederson's gone, too. He's off to Real Madrid. Awful. John Stones, he's out, too. He's off to Fiorentina, so he's going to go join, an Italian side. He's gone. And he's been injured. We haven't even seen him since March. It's even more heartbreak. Bernardo Silva, one of my favorite players from last season. He had a weird year. He's gone too, and his departure is probably the worst one yet. It's the Arne Slot's Liverpool side. It's a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. We don't get any of it. He's gone to Liverpool. Ugh. Disgusting. Gundogan, after having just come back and had a great season, he is off as well. He's going to Newcastle. So many of our players are going to direct rivals of ours. Okay, so after gutting all of our best players pretty much, this is the side that we are left with and the formation that I want to play with. But here's the problem. The Premier League have come back to us and they said we still need 250 million in player sales. Oh, and on top of that, we can't sign anybody this year. So it gets worse and worse and worse. Where am I going to get 250 million more out of this squad? That is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Haaland might have to go, Rodri and Ruben Diaz. It's either one huge signing like Erling Haaland or I don't know. We have to figure that out. And we can't make any signings this season. So we have to kind of make sure that I still have a good squad that I can compete in the Premier League. They're not doing any points deductions. They're not relegating us. I'm grateful for that. But my God, we're getting it really rough right now. Looking at the financial side of things, I think honestly what makes the most sense is to try and sell Erling Haaland for as close to that 250 million as possible. As disgusting as that sounds, I know, I totally understand, but we got to do it. So onto the transfer list goes Haaland. I want to see how much I can get for him before I try to sell anybody else. My next choice would be to sell like maybe I don't know, maybe like Jack Grealish or someone like that. I don't know. We have to see. But Haaland is probably going to have to go too. Now, while we wait for an offer for Erling Haaland, we have not been restricted on how we can use or spend money on our youth academy, which is good because our youth academy has nothing to do with what's been going on. So we're going to have to lean on that a little bit in this season for sure. Okay, I cannot believe what I'm seeing here, but Arsenal are offering pretty close to the 250 million I need for Haaland. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Okay, well, in the other offers that I had been receiving, that was basically the Premier League doing that business. They did not care who the offer was from or how much money it was from. They basically automatically had to get accepted. For this one, I can negotiate, and I want 250 million for this guy. I want at least that. Our main title rivals last year, who we beat on goal difference, they're coming in for Haaland here, and definitely we will never lose to them on goal difference again when they have him. But you know what? This is the cards that we have been dealt, and I want 250 million exactly for Erling Haaland. Give it to me or get out. Oh, they actually aren't really playing ball here. They're actually not really wanting to give me that 250 million. Well, you know what? I'm not selling him unless I get that 250 million. I can make my sales in other places to generate this cash. So if you won't give it to me, I could keep Haaland. They left. They actually walked out the door. I could get 350 million for this guy. Did they not understand what they just lost out on here by not paying an extra 17 million? Now, with that being said, before the end of August, I do have to generate 250 million more in sales or else face other transfer problem and embargoes. So, we need to still sell players. So maybe I need to start transfer listing some other really good players. You know what? We can take a break from the stress of these transfers in the meantime, and we can play with this new formation here, the 4-2-1-3, with Foden finally getting to play centrally, Doku and Savio both getting to start. It's still a good team that we have here for now, while we wait for more cash to be generated to pay the Premier League in fines. Fans have no idea, but unfortunately they could be watching Erling Haaland walking out for the last time here today in the Community Shield. Rodri is our standing captain. It probably should be Ruben Dias, to be honest with you. And where is the big blonde man? There he is, our 50-goal-a-season striker. Could be no more after this game. That would be really unfortunate. Well, let's enjoy him and Phil Foden in that number 10 role while we potentially still can. Savio to Haaland. Could he score for one of the last times? Martinez stops. Phil Foden, edge of the box. Phil Foden shoots. Saved again. Martinez had a great start to the game here. Phil Foden again, edge of the box. He's going to get lots of opportunities from there. It's good. It's really good so far from him. Savio inside. Gets it to Haaland or to Doku. Doku shoots and misses. Oh no. Doku to Haaland. Haaland gets around, shoots. Saved again. Martinez is playing out of his mind. Savio back inside to Phil Foden. Rico Lewis. He sees Doku. We actually got it to him. Doku to Haaland. Haaland, it falls for him. Oh, and he scores. And that is exactly the kind of goal-scoring nous that I will really miss should we lose Erling Haaland. But here's the question. Do we lose him, or do we have to lose a couple of players like Foden and Rodri? That's the problem. Ooh, we picked this up. It's a loose ball. It could go anywhere. And Erling Haaland, through Savio, scores another goal. Oh my goodness, Aston Villa. What was that at the back? That was gross. Really, really gross. Okay, time for some changes here. Erling Haaland comes off for Hugo Duro. Echeverry is going to come on for Jeremy Doku, and I'm going to leave it there for right now, but you see a couple of the players I have on the bench. I would like to use some of these guys, like McAtee is now a center attacking midfielder. He'll be way better this season, I think. Go Lewis. I see Hugo Duro here. Nice touch. Finish, maybe? Oh, saved. Maybe Rodri to deliver yet another set piece here. I don't know why. He loves these so much. Javi Guerra actually gets to that. Wow. Okay, it's going to be a chance for James McAtee to get minutes here, and I'm also going to bring on... I'm going to keep Guerra off the pitch, actually. I'm going to put Jacob Wright on. And that's going to be all she wrote. It's a 2-0 win. But the only goal scorer in that game was Erling Haaland. So if we don't have him, what are we going to do? I have to really think about this and how we're going to raise this 250 million. We should try to keep Haaland at all costs, really. But do we want to lose Rodri? Do we want to lose Phil? Do we want to lose Guardiola? Who do we sell? Like, every player seems so indispensable. So if I could only get rid of one, that would be the way to go, surely. And I don't even really understand this $250 million fine that we have to pay to the Premier League. For what reason? We've already lost so much. But anyways, in the meantime, a preseason friendly trophy here. The Community Shield winners. Rodri, our current captain, lifts it up. And it's a nice start to our season. But for how long will this last? Well, while we continue to wait on the outcome of what's going to go on with Erling Haaland and this $250 million sale that we need to make, we've got a UEFA Super Cup game against Tottenham Hotspur. They won a trophy. They won the Europa League. So here we are. Captain Rodri. Okay, well, they definitely don't want Rodri to leave, so we're going to try to keep him. In this game, by the way, I am trying something different once again. I'm using Jeremy Doku on the left, Savio on the right as inside forwards. Oh, taken out there by, who is that, Archie Gray? That's definitely going to be a booking. Yep, it's going to be a booking for Archie Grace. He's yellow. Doku into Duro. Duro takes it down. Takes the touch. Shoots, but it's really bad. Wow, Alex Ramiro is their goalkeeper. He makes the save. Okay, finally we're able to take off a bunch of players and bring on a bunch of youngsters in their stead. So we'll see how this goes. Baroni gets it out to Phil Foden, who's on the right wing now. Ooh, Phil Foden, this is looking spicy. This is looking juicy. Oh, he hits the post. You gotta be kidding me again with this. Okay, looks like Fabricio Bustos. Oh, gosh. Okay, he wins us a throw. He's making his first appearance for City, by the way. And he's been looking pretty good here. James McAtee. Gonna hang on to this. Gonna get it back out to him. Gonna cut back inside. He's gonna look for a cross. Hugo Duro at the back post. Oh my god, that was decent. Okay. And I forget what happens next. Is it gonna be extra time or penalties? It's 0-0. Okay, extra time it is. 30 more minutes of football here. Come on, guys. Let's get a goal, please. Bustos going at the defenders. Gets it out here to Hugo Duro, but he's too tired to make really a run. He still has the ball here. He still has the ball here. He shoots near post, and he makes a save. Well, he forces a save. Can't make a save because he's not a goalkeeper. Oh, Hugo Duro, this is good. This is really good. This is really good. Oh my god, how did we do it? In the 116th minute, no Haaland, no problem apparently. Hugo Duro scores an important goal there as we look to win the Super Cup. And it's going to be Rodri to lift the UEFA Super Cup for us here at Manchester City. Despite all of the uplift and upheaval, not uplift, despite all the upheaval of our squad and still the question marks, we're off to a great start this season, and the fans are loving life. And well, it's time to start off the Premier League season immediately after that game. Funnily enough, you'll never believe who we're coming up against. We are at home, and we are facing off against Tottenham Hotspur. We literally just played these guys 2 days ago, some other place in Europe. First of all, why can't you just host the Super Cup here? Second of all, if you're the Premier League computer, really? Really? Whatever. Here we go, against the Spurs. Haaland plays in what could be his last game in a Manchester City shirt, potentially. We really don't know still what's going to happen there. One change that I made, well, definitely a few changes that I've made in the starting lineup, but one important change that I've made today is that I've started Maximo Perrone instead of Javi Guerra on the CDM spot alongside Rodri, because he really impressed me coming off the bench in the Super Cup. I want to see what he's made of, and if he could maybe get some, well, not some, get a lot of minutes for me this season in the Premier League and other competitions, of course. Savio takes it down. He's back on the left today because he really did not do too well on the right. I think I have to train his position in order for that to be possible. And he's just flying past every single player. Oh my god, now score. Now score. Oh my god, Savio. That was incredible. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is the guy. I mean, he is him. He knows Victoria's Secret. I never expected that that was going to be the way we scored our season opener. From the corner, just running all the way up the pitch with Savio. That was incredible. Ooh, Phil Foden wins the ball, gets it to Haaland. He is running at full speed ahead here, and Haaland scores his season opener for Manchester City. Will this be a goal to indicate that he is here to stay? Will this be his last goal? I don't know. It means a lot to him, though. And we are 2-0 up against Spurs. This is more like it, boys. Okay, we're going into the halftime whistle here, the 2-0 lead against Spurs. This is more like what I wanted to see from us in the Super Cup game. And courtesy of goals from Savio and Haaland, we're looking comfy. Second half here, I want to keep trying stuff. Phil is going over to the right, and James McAtee is coming on for some minutes here. Taken out from behind here. Totally missed everything. Is that going to be a sending off for Sergio Reguilon? Nope, just a yellow, but that was really stupid of him. Okay, again, trying to give game time here. In case it's Haaland's last game, let's get him a standing ovation. And let's put Bustos on the pitch for Savio. I know I keep drumming on about it, but seriously, could be Haaland's last time gracing the pitch in Manchester. Ruben Diaz pulls him back. It's going to be a yellow. I just tried the professional foul thing. I'm having fun with that, but it's definitely costing me cards. Spurs trying to get anything out of this game here, even a goal, even just taking away our clean sheet, even just a little bit of pride. But Perrone takes it out of their way, and it's a 2-0 win. Opening day in the Premier League. Business as usual, despite the upheaval in the squad. No De Bruyne, no Gundogan, no Bernardo Silva, no John Stones, not even Ederson. And we're still able to win against pretty decent opposition here in Spurs. And after the game here, Rico Lewis hops onto the Twitter or the whatever, the X here, and says, "The boss has put so much faith in me. I have to be better than I showed today. Really let everyone down." I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't notice any problems with Rico Lewis's performance, but Salome Espinoza seems to think so. And Rowan Dixon needs to lie down after watching that disaster. Can we relax? He's what, 20 years old? Starting at right back for City? Like, come on, guys. Just chill. Just chill, okay? Tranquilo. Guys, it looks more and more likely like this might be Haaland's last game for City after all, because look, an offer from Barcelona. he's been linked with Barcelona recently, actually, so this kind of makes sense. And if they give me the 250, they're going to get Haaland. Now, do I want to know where this money would be coming from? Absolutely not. I don't care. But we need it, and unfortunately, Pep's got that history with Barca, so there you go. Not here to waste anybody's time. Give me the money I need, and take him off my hands, and we can leave it at that. And they say yes. So, yeah, I think Haaland is leaving, unfortunately. And before he leaves, he doesn't get to actually come off the bench in this game against Burnley. It's a 1-0 win, courtesy of a Rodri late winner. I'm assuming from about 50 yards out. No, not actually. But anyways, 1-0 win. Now, wait just a second here. The release clause of Pep Guardiola has been met by who? Where? Where is he going? Supposedly, he had a release clause in his contract here of 95.3 million. He's worth 90. What? We gotta fix it. I hope that we can negotiate a contract with him here and fix this. Okay, thankfully, he is willing to sit down, take an extension, 2 years, bump in his wage. Guardiola's not going anywhere. If we're losing Haaland, we cannot lose more players. We cannot, because we can't even sign anybody. Okay, and after all, he's good for his confidence to know that he still values him here in this team. Yeah, we respect you absolutely. Guardiola, please, don't go anywhere. As a matter of fact, he posts and says, "Love this club, so delighted I've agreed terms on a new deal to stay at..." Guardiola? This game, man. This game. Whatever. He's staying at City. The story that I'm still waiting to hear the result of here, after they post about this here, Haaland proved to be an essential member of the Man City squad. Does he have the goal-scoring ability to rise to the occasion this season? The fans don't know what's coming. They have no idea. As a matter of fact, just one day after that story is published, it's the cutscene that we never wanted to see. Erling Haaland walking out of the Manchester City training facility, whatever this is. He is off to Barcelona, guys. He is gone. We have raised the 250 million, though. Finally, everybody is off our backs, and we can just worry about the football. What are we going to do this season? What are we going to do? At the end of the day, apparently we got a way better deal than we could have, and at least he didn't go to Arsenal. Well, there he is at Barcelona. 25 years old, $250 million. Look at the wage, 880K a week. Like I said, I don't want to know where they're getting the money from, but that is Saudi money in Barca. What the heck? Their team is a force of nature, baller, definitely a good display. So with Haaland gone, we don't have to sell any more players, but this is the squad that we have for the season. Hugo Duro is going to have to stick it out as our starting striker. I think he's good enough. I guess time will tell. But also that means we just don't have to raise any more money, and we don't have to sell any more players. We can't sign anybody this season, but we don't have to lose more players out of our squad, basically. We've got the squad that we need for the season. I think we can do pretty good with what we've got here. Our first game without Haaland is a 2-1 win against Leicester, and Hugo Duro scores the winning goal. So there you go. I think we're going to be okay. However, Javi Guerra has sustained an arm injury. So I don't know what kind of injury that is, really. Something with his arm. He'll be out for 6 weeks. Thankfully, we have Perone in the team. Also, after that Leicester game is transfer deadline day. So just looking at the biggest deals in world football here, obviously Erling Haaland to Barca and Bernardo Silva to Liverpool are some of the biggest. But here is some more that happened. Obviously, there's some pretty big ones here. And a lot of them are our players leaving. There's Ederson leaving. And nobody is coming in. For City, at least. All right, we're going to do a speed round of some games here. We're going to try and get through the season a little bit faster than last year. So starting off here, 3-2 win over Aston Villa. Phil Foden scoring a late winner. Savinho and Hugo Duro also on the score sheet. So all of our front three scoring in there. Following that game, a news story from The Athletic saying that Hugo Duro has stepped up in recent fixtures, and the fans are loving it. I'm also personally loving it. Also, our Champions League games got announced. We will be playing against Galatasaray, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Madrid away, Stuttgart, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Fiorentina, and rounding it off against Anderlecht. So an interesting draw, some really good games in there, and we'll definitely look to play some of those. The game I was not going to play in the Champions League was the first one here. It's a 3-0 win against Galatasaray, Phil Foden scoring 2, and Guardiola getting the first goal in the game. Nice. Then we travel to Bournemouth, and it's a 2-1 win there. They have Gabriel Jesus, though, and Rodri scored a late winner. Actually scored both the goals. Against Leeds in the Carabao Cup, that's business as usual as well, thanks to goals from Hugo Duro, McAtee, and Claudio Echeverri. And yet another win here against Southampton. Savinho scores, and Hugo Duro scores a brace. The dude is on fire, seriously. Ooh, but we get humbled at home here against Bayer Leverkusen. We just lost 3-1. Hugo Duro still scores a goal, though. And it's going to be a Boniface brace as well as a Kvechi goal. I don't know who that is. But yeah, that's our first loss, I think, of the entire season. And then we drop points in the Premier League for the first time, too. Maupay and Keane scoring for them. Savinho and Foden for us. It's not enough. It's a 2-2 draw at Goodison Park. Maybe by now it's the Bramley Moore Dock Stadium. I don't know. And it's another draw here. Hugo Duro keeps scoring for us. Fabio Silva equalizes for them. And Javi Guerra in his first game back from his arm injury got a red card. Huh. Okay, so after all those games that we just simmed through, we found ourselves near the end of October, actually. And we're going to play this big game against Real Madrid away in the Champions League phase. And let's take a look around the tables and see where we are, because I honestly don't even know. In the Premier League, we sit second. We are 1 point behind Spurs, but we are undefeated in the league still, which is nice. In the Champions League, with our 1 win and 1 loss, we are like 18th, which doesn't really say much. Alright, so our new look Man City team is at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, with the Jude Bellingham tifo out on display, and we are coming up against Real Madrid in the league phase. This is a huge test to see if all of that transfer shock and upheaval in the squad is like really a big deal, or if we're going to be just fine. Definitely a lot of question marks from the media about our team, but this is our time to prove them wrong. Early corner for Real Madrid here, and they have Gabriel, so definitely not something that I want to be allowing them to do a lot. This is the biggest issue that I'm noticing this game, is that we don't have somebody at the fullback position out here on the right that can really deal with Vinny. I mean, Rico Lewis is doing okay so far, but in the big games, are we going to be able to count on him? Last season he kind of showed that we can, but can he continue that? We shall see. Hugo Duro, I see Phil Foden and Akers here. Phil Foden shoots and scores, baby. Let's go. It's 1-0 against Real Madrid. Away from home. Hugo Duro and Phil Foden with the link up. Let's go, guys. Let's go. That's Foden's 3rd goal in the Champions League this season in the first 3 games. So he is a big beneficiary of this new system with him playing centrally. You guys have been right all along. All right, we're going into halftime with that 1-goal lead. Nothing really happening in the attack for Madrid. They've been okay, but we've defended so well. So well. All right, we're going to freshen up the wings in the midfield here. We're going to bring on Jack Grealish. We're going to bring on Echeverri, and we're going to be bringing on Perrone in the midfield for the last 20 minutes of the game here. Just kind of trying to shore up, keep the ball moving. Junior. Free to just run through here. Don't let him play the ball to Mbappe, but also let's not let him take a shot. Okay, corner. Okay, we deal with that. Phil Foden still has some sort of a knock on him here, so I'm a little concerned. Might look to take him off at the next opportunity. Hugo Duro finds the run of Claudio Echeverri. Echeverri making the run. Okay, can we play through Hugo Duro here? We can! Oh, he sneaks in behind Eder Militao, and he makes it 2-1, or 2-0, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, Hugo Duro has been amazing. He's been so good. Okay, we just got taken out there from behind. What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Eduardo Camavinga is getting booked, and Real Madrid are getting a little bit impatient here and frustrated. Foden finally gets his chance to come off. James McAtee for the final, I don't know, 15 seconds of the game. And that's going to be it. A 2-0 win here today. And hopefully whatever happened to Phil Foden's not too serious. But that was, dare I say, easy against Real Madrid. Well, it's nothing super serious, but Phil Foden is actually going to be out for the next 4 weeks. Thankfully, we have squad depth. But the biggest problem with all this, stuff that we've been going through with the 60 charges is that we don't have the squad depth that we had last season. So we're really going to be tested here, as Phil Foden with a pulled quad will be out for about a month. Honestly, I mean, as far as injuries go, it's not a terrible time for him to get injured. He'll be back on around the 22nd-ish of the month, so he'll be back maybe in time for this Arsenal game, but he's not going to miss too much. So, there are definitely worse times to get a big injury. Well, somewhat of an injury like that. So I'm okay with it. I really am. End of the match in that Real Madrid game, and the fans on social media are loving it. Thanks for that article, The Athletic. That is what I like to see. Alright, we're about to play a really interesting game here at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, but before that, I'm also going to do something interesting with the lineup. Kovacic and Grealish in the midfield. Since Foden is injured and Guerra is suspended, we have to kind of try and switch it up here, and I'm going to do exactly that. I'm also going to give Nathan Ake the game at center back here. The reason why this game is interesting, by the way, has to do with what we had to do this summer selling players. I don't know if you guys remember, but somebody that we had is here, and it's not Cole Palmer. It has to do with the man who's actually captaining this Chelsea side. Somebody who has played at Chelsea before. Okay, I'll stop and I'll reveal the secret to you. It's Kevin De Bruyne, guys. Kevin De Bruyne, who we sold to Chelsea, is captaining their side today. One of our club legends, of course, and we are facing off against him here. Had to play this one. That Man City front line of Sterling, De Bruyne, and Cole Palmer is hilarious, actually. All City players. Should be on for a really interesting game here. Grealish at cam, too. Kovacic to Hugo Duro, who's onside here. Oh, that was beautiful. And he finishes. This man is in the form of his life. I'm sure he's never played this well in his entire career. And here he is filling in the boots of Erling freaking Haaland of all players. Straight past Pickford, never in doubt. And I knew that once he was there, he was going to score. Even I knew. Hugo Duro played through here again. Dribbles past one defender. Burst of pace. Oh, taken down, and it's going to be a penalty. How did that count as a penalty? He fell down so late there. I mean, we'll certainly take that, but where was the... Okay, I mean, no. There was contact there, that's for sure, but this is a weird one. It's going to be Hugo Duro to try and score a brace here. He's going to go low and right. Sends Pickford the wrong way. It's a brace today for Hugo Duro. This guy, seriously, has been incredible, taking that number 9 shirt. Cole Palmer plays it to De Bruyne. Oh, gosh. Why did De Bruyne not shoot there? My player just teleported. Okay, we're going to ignore that. Jack Grealish on the ball. Honestly, I haven't seen him do a whole lot in this role, which makes sense because he doesn't really play it. Beautiful ball played in here by Doku. Oh my god, it's a hat trick for Hugo Duro. This guy is crazy, and that assist, that is something that Doku can just do, like, frequently. It's incredible. We've seen him do exactly that before, and that volley was a thing of beauty. Wow. All right, ball goes out. We're going to take this opportunity to make 3 substitutes. We're going to take off Savio. We're going to put McAtee on at cam and move Grealish out to the left. We're going to bring on... Who else am I bringing on? Oh, yeah, Caballero's coming on for Hugo Duro because he scored a hat trick. And who else? I forget, to be honest. I think that was it, actually. I think it was just those 2. Caballero profiles very similarly to Hugo Duro, actually, in terms of what he can do and his size and stuff. And maybe we can get him on side for a goal here. Caballero shoots. Oh, it's off, but that was really nice. He makes some good runs. That's going to be all she wrote. It's a 3-0 win. Hat trick from Hugo Duro, our hero at Manchester City. We thought we'd never see a hat trick again. And yet we have. Apparently, Jack Grealish played really well in the midfield, actually, completing 9 dribbles. And in the Carabao Cup, oh man, that's a disaster. We got knocked out by Ipswich on penalties. We didn't score a single one? Really? I mean, that's embarrassing, to be honest with you. That's not a way to go. Well, no Carabao Cup this year, and it was Hugo Duro who scored, of course. Of course it was, but it wasn't enough. And it's another easy win here following up that Carabao Cup exit. A 4-1 win against West Brom. I mean, you could call it a thrashing. 4 different goal scorers for us. Hugo Duro, Guardiola, Doku, and Savinho. And as a matter of fact here, after that game, Hugo Duro has been announced as the Premier League Player of the Month. This guy has taken the mantle at Manchester City in the biggest way. I love it. Manchester City themselves say definitely a reason to celebrate. Great job. Yeah. Arturo Fletcher, not a fan. And another win following that up in the Champions League. Savinho scoring the winner. Hugo Duro will not stop scoring. I literally see him pop up on the score sheet in every single game. And I thought it was going to be another easy win, but Akanji's goal wasn't enough. Ansgar Nauf, playing for Fulham, scores an equalizer in a 1-1 draw at Craven Cottage. And the last game of today's episode, here we go. It is going to be Manchester City against Arsenal, which in this current state is 2nd versus 3rd in the Premier League. We are still undefeated, by the way. We have not lost in the Premier League yet. Look who's back just in time for the Arsenal game. It's Phil Foden. The Etihad is packed out for what has turned into quite the rivalry here against Arsenal. I'm excited to see Phil Foden back in the team as well after his 4 weeks out with whatever the injury was he had, a pulled hamstring or something. Ooh, Savio gets free with it here. Oh, Savio is holding off all the defenders. Oh, Saliba just goes in at the perfect time. Phil Foden's got a free kick here from a handball. He shoots. It's on target, but David Raya saw that the whole way. Ooh, Duro, can he turn? Yes, he can. He gets taken out. Ref? No way. No way was that clean. And actually, it looks like Saliba came away from that injured. Not me. Forgot to mention that we also beat this Arsenal team out to the title in the last day as Savio's through. Savio scores and Hugo Duro with an assist. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. We beat this team out to the title last year on the very last day. They bottled it so hard. And now here they are, losing against City once again. Savio's got some goals in him this season too. Last year I remember him only scoring like a handful, less than 5 goals, but a bunch of assists. That's what his game was last year. He's added goals to his game this year, which is great because in the absence of Haaland, we have needed somebody to fill that gap, and him and Duro have been stepping up. Oh my god, and not Timber. Saliba just took me the heck out. What is that going to be? That could easily be a red, but will it be? No, it's a yellow, though. Gotta watch out, dude. You're cleaner than that. You don't have to slide in. Oh, Hugo Duro is through. No. It's never that simple, but Saliba takes me out again. This guy's got to be careful. He's on a yellow. Phil Foden still has it. Oh my god, Phil Foden. Oh, Phil on his return from injury, he scores. Oh my god, I wasn't even commentating over the beginning of that because I had no idea that was going to happen. And Phil Foden is back with a bang, baby. Uh-oh, Akanji, a bit wide here. Havertz shoots. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Are you kidding me? Oh, touchline play here from Savio. From Doku is class. Goduro gets past the defender with ease. Can he shoot and score? Oh, it's wide. No way. Savio's been great, but he's exhausted. Doku moves to the left. Echeverri comes on the right. And in the midfield, a bit of energy. Mateus Nunes comes on for Javi Guerra. Echeverri using that wide space so well. Oh my god, he's actually so good, you know. He's been incredible since coming back from his loan in January last year. 2 minutes of added time. Hugo Duro's going to shoot. Oh, it's wide again. Oh my gosh. And that's all she wrote. It's a 2-0 win for us. I don't think I've conceded a goal from playing this game this season. And I don't know, man. I feel like we should be conceding some goals here. But you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. Let's talk about what did happen. And it was a 2-0 win for Manchester City at home against Arsenal. Duro might not have scored, but Phil Foden is back, and he is in great shape. All right, and Phil Foden, the man of the match in that Arsenal game. I don't see a better way that we could end off this episode, guys. We have had an amazing start to Season 2, despite everything that has happened with the 60 charges coming our way. Guys, what do you think we're going to be able to achieve this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like down below as well. Subscribe if you're new around here. Help me on my push for 5,000 subscribers. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you soon for episode 2 of Season 2 in Manchester City here at FC 25. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and peace.